planner to stay organized because I find it's a really useful tool to keep my schedule organized. I have 2 jobs, one here at school and I also work at a grocery store, and sometimes it's really hard to manage both schedules, so keeping it in a planner is important. I also use my planner for school and I write down what days I have exams, what days my assignments are due, and by using the planner I feel like it's a really good tool that I have to keep everything organized in my life, and I don't know where I would be without my planner. It's basically what keeps me going. To study for the exam, I look over the notes that I took on the chapter if it was required by the professor. I also look at the notes that I took while I was in class, and I also look at the notes that the instructor provides. So sometimes instructors will put the PowerPoints that they use in lecture on Blackboard, and that's a really useful way to have maybe better notes than what you took in class and have full definitions, pictures, graphs, and that can help a lot. So when you're in your lectures, it's really important to pay attention to what the instructor is talking about. Now that may sound like silly advice, but it's true. So if the instructor is talking about a topic more than once, if he keeps going back to the topic, if he keeps mentioning this certain thing, he is basically letting you know that that's going to be on the test. So it's important to take notes while he's talking about topics that he continues to mention. There's this quote that I saw on Twitter, and it's... Okay, hold on. There's this quote that pain is temporary but GPA is forever, and I think that in general that quote is pretty true. Now, you may have some nights where you have to stay up late, or you may have to not hang out with people because you have to study for an exam, but those minor inconveniences you're not gonna remember that those minor inconveniences are affecting you. In the long run, you're going to remember your GPA, and it's important to make time to study, because if you don't study, you're not going to get the outcomes that you want. You're not going to get the grades that you want. So pain is temporary, but GPA is forever. I work in the Writing Center at IVCC, and this is my first semester as a tutor, and I really enjoyed it. If you don't know what the Writing Center is, it is a really helpful resource that students can use for help on their papers. We get a lot of students coming in with different kinds of papers that they're writing, APA or MLA. Sometimes they haven't started their paper, they come in with the assignment and they say, how do we start? We can help with students at that point, and we can also help all the way to the end. So if you have a paper that you just want someone to proofread, look over one last time, we can do that too. I've helped a lot of students this semester, and I've gotten pretty good feedback from everyone who says that the Writing Center is a really useful resource that students can use, and a lot of students keep coming back after we help them. And there's a lot of different papers that we can also give students. So there's papers that explain how to write a paper in MLA, how to write a paper in APA, and also basic instructions as to how to avoid comma splices, how to write a strong thesis, and things like that. So if you don't know what the Writing Center is, I encourage you to go check it out, because we've helped a lot of students and